many days till PAX.
Crunch time has like double timed. Basically, we just need to work on the cosplay.
24/7.
Which we've kind of been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So our haul that we got last week when we went to Fabric Depot. We got the fur. We actually got everything. Well, mostly everything.
Yeah, mostly everything.
Everything that we could get.
I am still on the hunt for a fabric for my coat that's not $40 a yard.
I selected up and got fabric for my coat that was $40 a yard. I tried to get this. There was this really good, it was thinner, but it was a pretty good material. Could have sufficed, but there just wasn't enough. It was only $9 a yard. It was on clearance. It was the last of it, but it wasn't big enough. So I had to suck it up, and I spent $35 per yard on this.
And
it's a really good imitation leather. Really, really good, but
I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So we'll see.
I'm really hoping I don't mess it up. Because it was expensive. That's why you buy muslin. Muslin is great for patterning. Buy lots and lots of muslin.
Because it's dirt cheap.
And use that to pattern out stuff. Because muslin doesn't stretch, so it's really good. Really, really good for planning out things like leather jackets that also don't stretch.
We found shirt fabric, but we have to dye it.
It's really big, so this, I mean, it doesn't look big, but it's like folded 8,000 times. But it was on clearance at Fabric Depot. It was like 60% off the yard price. So we're like, yes, please. We just got the whole thing that was left because that's enough to make 2 shirts for both of us. And since it's not the right color, we're just gonna dye it.
Magic of dyeing. I got this, which is super soft again. I just am like loving the soft fabrics right now. But there is an undercoat underneath the coat.
And this is the part where she hopes it's not 90 degrees at PAX.
Because it's velvet.
It's really warm.
It's really warm. Just holding it makes me feel safe because it's like it's just so soft.
It is. I got this to line the bottom of Keely's jacket. This was also really expensive.
This is also really soft.
It's fake mink. Faux mink.
Faux mink.
It was $11 per yard, and I had to get 2 yards to make sure I had enough to do the bottom of his coat and his sleeves, so. It's really nice, though. I got one more thing. Keely's under jacket. You can't really tell, but it's a really nice micro swig.
Here's the part where I'm really jealous that she got something so thin.
It's really thin. Like, this thing should breathe pretty easily, considering all the layers we'll be wearing. Our shirt fabric is decently thin. It's definitely thinner than what it looks like they're wearing. So, we're just trying to keep in mind the summer weather. We got other things too, like
fastenings, and strips, and
strips of fabric.
Actual.
I got like one for my thing I'm gonna use as the base to make my bow belt thing.
Oh, I bought a wig. It's shipping. Yeah.
That's it. That's the haul.
It's the haul. It's the interesting part of the haul.
Here's the updated project cost. Okay, so stuff that we did this week. I finished my pants.
I'm gonna put this down now.
Finished pants. Got a button for fastening the top. They're laced. The suspenders are just attached to them because with our fat suits and the fact that they're just bigger than us anyways, they didn't need to be detachable. So I am going to put a piece of elastic in the back though so they don't fall off nearly as much. And then I cuffed the bottom so they'd stay tucked into the boots. And they look great. And I ran around yesterday in them up and down the stairs to make sure it worked, and everything worked, and it was great and fantastic. And then I was really warm because
You ran everywhere.
Because I ran everywhere in my dwarf boots and my fat suit, which is also finished. The final attachment to the fat suit. It goes under, and then you safety pin it. And it looks really funny.
But it works.
It does. The last thing I started working on last night, only like an hour or so. Maybe 2. I spent about an hour patterning out the shirts. For both of us, because they're largely the same. Then I put that theory to test. Yay!
Muslin!
Muslin patterns. It's not done. It looks kind of silly when you put it on right now. It's like a cape. But it's currently sized to the fat suit, and that's all that matters.
I spent hours upon hours getting started on my mail. I figured I'd start it now and then like bounce back and forth between things so I wouldn't get sick and tired of looking at geometric shapes all the time, because I did get sick and tired of looking at geometric shapes. They look like this and this, all of that. And I still have to cut them out and plastidip them and paint them. That one wasn't gonna work out.
Oh, these shapes too.
These shapes for borders and those shapes for fillers.
It was funny because yesterday she was like, I'm gonna make these shapes and then hot glue the things on them and then cut them out and then plastic dip them all in one day. And then it was like 6:30 p.m. and she was just finishing up the hot glue and she was like, I'm gonna finish this up and then clean it up and then I'm done. And even that took like 2 more hours.
Because what I did, here's the thing, they are not flat on the mail. So they have these little rivet type things on them. And I didn't want to go through cutting out little rivets of craft foam and gluing them on.
Like 8,000 pieces.
Like 8,000 pieces. I was like, no. So what I did was I took hot glue and made the rivets just out of hot glue. However, if you are going through this process and you can figure out a better way to do it, I would do that. But that was the best way that I could think of at the time. Hot glue is good. It works. But like all of those little dots had strings connecting them and I had to go through and clean them up. That sucked. I was just kind of sitting over in my corner and swearing. A lot. Profusely. So next I'm going to start the shirt so I can not look at geometric shapes for a bit.
Yeah, I'm finishing up the prototype here. And then we're just going to use that as for both of us.
And then we're going to bang that out, and then I'm going to cut these out and plastic dip them, and then I'm going to work on something else.
What else am I planning to do next? Shirts and robes, I guess. Shirts and robes.
Shirts and robes.
We'll be dyeing fabric soon.
Mm-hmm. We plan to dye in stages to make sure we get to the right color, so.
Oh, we also got this gray dye that we're going to dilute way, way down into like a spray bottle and use that to kind of dirty up some parts and
make it weathered.
It's fake aging.
Aging.
Faging.
So.
We're cruising along.
Yeah.
And we're going to be cruising faster. So, we'll see you next Friday.